gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm not sure. We're gonna wait and see. And as you see, I'm just comfy today. I don't have really energy, and one of my eyes is watering a lot today, so the makeup just goes away. So I hope we're gonna stay at least for a while because it looks rubbish after a while. And I try to make it better, and I try to use a palette from Timo, but I actually throw it away today because it's so fucking garbage. So I don't gonna keep it. I'm gonna stay here and see for a little while and see if someone turns up because I haven't told people that I'm going live. So we're gonna see. No one have showed up yet. And this is the hardest bit before someone actually comes to the live to see what's going on. But I hope you have seen all the videos and all the things in my community tab, what's going on this weekend and just before. And yeah, there's a lot of things going on, and it's not that long now till I gone 1 year since I did my surgery too. So it's a lot of things I'm gonna do in the future too. And we still have a vacation coming, and that's gonna be amazing because we're finally gonna go to UK, but we're not sure how we're gonna be. And I have people at work that are from UK too that say maybe it's not the best time to go over because of all those riots and that type of things that goes on right now. But I hope it's gonna calm down till then. So we have to see. And I'm still waiting for people to show up, so we have to see. Because I just wanted to kill a little time because Trevor is doing his models and that type of thing. So I thought I can come here and do a little live at the same time and see what's going on with you others too. What are you up to during a Saturday? I know that 1 week from now we're actually gonna go and see one band. It's not a goth band, it's a metal band, and I think you call it Viking metal band because it's Amon Amarth. It's not mainly for me, it's more for Trevor because Trevor is a metalhead and he liked that band. So I thought we can go there so he at least can see something he wants to, because sometimes we need to do things like the other person likes more too. We were supposed to maybe gone for another thing, but it was way too long drive there, and the weather had been really bad this weekend, so I didn't want to go there either because it was bad enough yesterday. See, someone is here, but it's no one that is writing anything, so we have to see. So yeah, we're gonna see, because I wanted to thank you people for all the congratulations too, because yesterday I had my birthday. So I'm still waiting for someone to turn in, or whatever you call it, and see if I can catch someone. I know that I always do my lives in a stupid time. People are busy, or it's very early morning, maybe in US or something. And in UK is early day too, so maybe people are busy with their ordinary things they have to do before. But I still could go in a little time because we're not gonna eat proper food before later today. But I had an awesome day yesterday with the birthday. I got very good gifts from Trevor, and not just a big one, I got small ones, and everything was from my wish list, or what you should call it. So I knew that I should like everything when I saw them, because there were things I picked for myself, but I didn't put them in my basket. I just took away the marking that they should be in the baskets, but they were still in the list there. So he could go after the list and just buy the things I wanted to buy but haven't bought. And after that we had a little type of chill time before, and I did some videos too before, so I could kill some time there too. And then we decided to go out and eat, because it's been a long time since we did it last time, and it's always a little nervous for me because of my belly. I can't eat that big portions and I can't drink at the same time. But we went to a Turkish restaurant here in town with very good prices, and I actually asked about a smaller portion, but I still couldn't finish it. It was delicious, it was. So I could really recommend that type of food. But I couldn't finish it. So I was full. I maybe ate a little bit too much because I got a little that type of pain in my belly, but I couldn't stop because it was so tasty. I knew that I should, but at least it didn't go worse there. And after that, we went around in town because it was still too early for the movie, but the weather sucked. It was raining and raining, and it was so windy too, so and cold wind. So it was not directly nice to be outside. And the shops in town is not that funny to be at anyway, so you can't find really much, and not even the crafting shop had Halloween stuff yet. And I asked when are you gonna get the Halloween stuff, and I said, oh, end of September. I said, oh fuck it. Sorry for swearing, but I said, can't you get it earlier because I know Dollar Store have it. I said, yeah, we have seen Dollar Store have it, but we're not gonna plan anything about it before a month from now. Maybe we take it out a little earlier, but it's not in any campaign right now, so you have to wait. But it's more people that have asked. I said, oh, that's typical of Sweden, be that boring. I said, okay, I'll have to wait, or maybe I'll find things in UK instead. You never know, but it's also dependent on how big things are and if they're easy to break when you take them on a flight or something, because you can't bring anything with you. You know how they treat their luggage and that type of things. I'm not gonna risk anything that's gonna break or something. But yeah, and after a long time of waiting and waiting before they open the doors to the movie or the cinema, so then we could go in, and I bought a small popcorn. I haven't eaten popcorn for a very long time, and I do like them only salty. Don't do like other countries do, put sweet things on it. That is not popcorn for me. Popcorn are supposed to be salty. So I bought a small one, not big at all, and I bought a little fizzy water too because I needed to have something to drink too. But I can't do that at the same time. But the movie is a little longer, and the movie we went for was Alien Romulus, and I should actually say that it was actually a good one. Maybe not something that surprised you, because that type of movies, if you've seen one of them and all the type of things since the start, you know how it's gonna go, and you know that it's always gonna be something that they can make a new film with. So it wasn't like that too here, that it could actually continue and continue and continue. But I don't think it was bad. But at the same time, we saw the trailers with different other movies too before it started. And what I could tell when I saw even more about the new Crow film, the scene, I'm not sure I'm gonna watch it. At least not in a cinema. So I thought, no, it didn't turn me off when Bill Skarsgård that plays Brandon Lee's part in the new one, and when he started to talk, his voice is totally wrong, and it's also annoying that they put all those tattoos on him so he look like a gang member, and it's not really that type of a person. The real character is, at least not when you go back to the comics that I also have been reading, or what you say about comics, because it's pictures and text at the same time, so it feels wrong. I don't understand why they have to do a remake of a cult film like The Crow, because there's so many people that have a very strong feeling about it, and Brandon Lee really took people into it really took their hearts and souls and everything with that movie, and sadly he was killed during it too, so that's why maybe even got even more hyped with this thing going on. But yeah, we went there, so my birthday was really good too, so I enjoyed it very well. And yeah, like we said, the weather sucked because on the way back home I thought I should have left by the wind, because my raincoat really was grabbed in that, and my raincoat is way too big now, but it's actually comfy to have something that is bigger too, because if it's go cold I can put more things under. And I do hope that the weather gonna be better next Saturday, because it's an outside live concert we're gonna see, so I don't want to be outside in that type of weather. At least I'm not gonna enjoy it as much as I should. And yeah, you know how it is, and it's gonna be even closer to the sea too, so gonna be that type of air too, so it's even worse than what it is. So we have to see. But I want to thank you everyone for all the congratulations. I didn't even expect to have so much already in the start in the morning. So it warmed my heart that so many wanted to send congratulations for me, and I do really enjoy reading them all, and it makes me happy that people are caring. They care about me. So, and at the same time, I had a very wonderful surprise too. When you probably seen a video today about it too. I got another box from Gothic Beauty magazine, and I have the magazine here itself. And I didn't expect that because I got one request about the first box I got that was issue 55, and they asked me on Instagram in a direct message that if I wanted to have a box and put it on my YouTube, and I said yes, because I didn't expect to get anything. I never really got directly anything, at least not honest requests, because the only one that shows up is those scammers from different type of companies that gonna scam people anyway. They are not there, or if they have a company and they maybe are serious, it's ridiculous expensive stuff, and if I should get them, I have often to pay a lot of tax and that type of things for getting the things too, and I don't want to pay for something that they want me to review for free, and then they at the same time have ridiculous prices, and I can't really stand for that when I know that a lot of people struggle today with the money. So why should I pay overprices for things too, or why should I do some free commercial for them and it's expensive as hell? No matter if it's eyelashes, makeup or clothes, especially goth clothing, because even Killstar and those type of brands are expensive enough. But when you see shops that I don't even know if they are real or whatever, and they're even much more expensive, and it's maybe sometimes even similar type of things. So I can't really do a video and stand for that thing, especially when I try to tell people that you can actually do it yourself thing. You can try to thrift shopping if you can find a shop that is not being too expensive, because sadly those shops are expensive nowadays, and even in other countries now, not just in Sweden. In Sweden it's been expensive for a long time, but I actually discovered one shop here in town that is Erikshjälpen that have really good prices, and there we can talk about thrift shopping as it should be. And it doesn't matter if you're gonna buy clothing, books, furniture, whatever they have. They're also good prices, and like I see, if I've been there 2 weeks later, I can't find the same things because it's already gone. It's people are buying that because that's what thrift shopping is about. It's not overpricing. They got the things for free from people and sell them, and it's gonna go for a charity things. In this case, I think it goes for kids. So I don't like those that want to do a big profit on things they have got for free, so people can't afford. Especially some people that go to those shops are people that don't have that much money, so they need to get it some type of way, their clothing or furniture or whatever they need for the moment. It can be students that move into the first student flat or something, and they can't really afford to go to big companies and buy the furniture. And even if you go on those sites on the internet, so some people are actually taking over prices for very old things too, and you don't want to pay that prices when you don't have that much money. You maybe need the money to buy the books for your school or whatever it is, or all that type of stuff. I see someone is writing now. Hello, Strike, and thank you very much. I'm just doing a little thank you for all the congratulations and talk a little about things going on. So I think maybe some people have missed what I said in the beginning. You can always watch the video later, live. But like I said, we had a nice day yesterday. I had a really good day. Ate very good food, even if I couldn't eat everything, and even the popcorn was too much, even with a small one. So it feels really ridiculous when you're thinking about it, how much my life has changed for less than 1 year. But I think I'm gonna do an update around 14th of September, because then it's 1 year since my surgery, to show how much my life actually have changed it, and it has changed it to the better with my health and everything. So I'm happy. It's just that there are some downsides too with it, and especially when it comes to maybe feel secure about your body and show up parts, because now you have another type of struggle. So even if you lose in weight and that type of things and you look slimmer, maybe can get clothes in other sizes that you didn't have before, you're gonna start have other problems. Some people are lucky, they don't have those problems, they may be young enough to do it. I'm 56, so my body have already gone through a lot in different type of cases and that type of thing. So there are some parts that even makes me a little more insecure to show off the bits, because I can't afford to make them better in some type of plastic surgery and that type of things to change them to a more better look or whatever you should say. And I'm not that selfish either, so even if I should have the money, I'm not sure I should want to go through the procedure too, because it can be dangerous too. You can actually die on the table. You can even die with that type of surgery I did, but it was that, or maybe don't live that much, or don't have a quality. My health was going so much worse, and I shouldn't be able to do a lot of other stuff I have done nowadays lately either, because my body didn't have that energy either. Oh, thank you very much. I do have my down days too, so especially when I have to do with work, because the work is ridiculous and sometimes you think you're working with idiots, lazy idiots, especially the young ones. And sometimes I wonder, you more you meet younger people, you more you wonder how did they get through school, because they don't seem to use what they have between their ears, and then I mean the brain, because I don't understand. You can say to them simple things and show them things, and they're still not gonna do what you said. They do exactly the opposite. They're gonna do much more wrongs and more work for you, and that annoys me. Especially if they are not brand new on the place either, so they should by that time learn to do it proper and do it in a smarter way too. So sometimes it feels like the whole generation that are forced to live without all the technical stuff that goes on nowadays. We actually had to use our imagination, and we did have to use the brain, because we didn't have those things before. So it looks like you more people are depending on all the stuff we have with phones and internet and that type of things, you more they stop using the brain. And it's a little strange, because sometimes you read about those things that they say that kids are getting smarter when they start in the very early age with that type of things. But when you see to some of the kids today, so I just wonder sometimes, or it's just me, I don't know if it's just me, but they are getting lazier too. And I have a very physical work too, and it's very heavy. It's not everyone that can say that they don't really need to go to the gym and lift heavy weights all the time to get trained. So I got that paid, you can see, because I'm lifting car parts, and even smaller parts for a car can be very heavy. You should be surprised when you see a thing that's maybe not bigger than this, and they're heavy like shit, especially when you're gonna have a lot of them moved from one place to another place. And then you have brake discs and all that type of things. You have doors, you have windscreens, whatever. You're still gonna have to move them. And like I said, some are really, really heavy. So I do have a lot of training for work, and I walk at least between 10,000 to around 18,000 steps a day in the most times. So I do get plenty of exercises for free, because it belongs to my work. But it was not my work that we're gonna talk about. So like I said, I was really happy when I got this box again, because I didn't expect Gothic Beauty magazine to send another one. I didn't know about it. They didn't tell me they're gonna send me another one. So I was really shocked when I realized I'm gonna get another one. I didn't expect it. And it was just in time for my birthday month and everyone, and just before my birthday came, so I couldn't get some better surprise from something I didn't expect, because when I got this, the sad thing is I need to pay tax for it, because it's been stopped in the custom, because it's from US. And I think it is ridiculous, because they put down the worth for everything for me. It should not be a tax or something for it, but of some reason they still take tax for it. And I don't want to take any fight against other postal service because it's not gonna work anyway because they are doing whatever they want. There's nothing I can do about. Maybe one of the reasons that is a little harder to buy things outside uh, Europe Union because I need to pay a lot of tax then, and I don't like it. And in Sweden, they put the limit for the worth so low compared with some other countries too, so it's ridiculous. So you have to start pay already. So even if I get gifts from friends and everything, so they can't give me a proper gift if they're gonna put down the price because they calculate the price and you even need to add the shipping cost on it and that put them together and then you're gonna get paid tax for everything. Oh, thanks. I'm very happy too. I didn't really expect it, and I know this is at least a serious company too, so I'm really happy. And I know that they are talking about that the goths around the world need to stick around, and that's the way for them to show. Yeah, they got free commercial, whatever you should call that, advertising from others. They spread about the box or the magazine and everything, so you discover it. They're all around the world. But at the same time, like I said, they keep the goths together in different parts. So it's not just like for them that I think they are in Las Vegas. So I think it's incredible that they do this thing for so many people because it must be a big cost for them too. And when you see how the financial state is in a lot of countries and with people and everything, so this is amazing that they're still doing it, and it brings a lot of smiles to people's faces. I've seen a lot of other YouTubers and other people got those boxes too, and I can see the joy when people open, especially when they are old as me. I remember the magazine from our younger years when we could read it when we could still buy the magazine itself in the shop. But nowadays I haven't directly seen that type of magazine out, and a few places that sell more magazines don't have this one, but when I was younger they had this big magazine shop in Gothenburg and they sold everything more or less, so there I knew we could get it, so that's a good memory too. And now when you got the last one and you even see that I had my own picture in it too, yeah, maybe it's not that a big thing too, right, and be just a little pic or something, but I'm still in the magazine. I never thought that when I was younger, when I was around the year 2000 to 2006 when we really were reading this one. So I didn't expect that I should have at least a little pic of me in the magazine. So that's amazing, very amazing. And yeah, and what should we talk more? Yeah, I have done a little more do-it-yourself project again, and not just for the YouTube channel. This one I'm gonna have done a short for it, but it's not gonna come up before later. It's gonna come up after I given away because it's two necklaces to two of my friends in UK that lives in Wales, and it's two ladies that are gonna meet there. And I'm looking so forward to meet those Eldergoths too, because we share so lots in common and been in contact and everything. And I was wishing that I could meet more of my friends over there too, but UK is a big country and I don't have the time or money to go all across everything. So it's a little sad that I can't go like down to Brighton and London and that type of things to meet people. So going to that part of Wales is at least something. And maybe I can see other people up in the northern part. But I did those two necklaces in Viking style, and I bought the pendants from a shop here in town that sells crystals and that type of stuff, witchy stuff. And I put everything together, and yeah, it's some bits of hard work for me too, especially with my fingers, because I have handicap in the fingers after a very serious car accident 2001. So I have very hard when it comes to the finger grip and that type of things. Plus I get pain in the soft parts. I got fibromyalgia after that accident, and I have that in the whole body. But I can say that after my surgery, that type of pain have gone better because my body is not heavy in the same way. So it's much more easier for the body itself to actually handle the pain. I'm used to have pain in a lot of things. I have But sad enough, I had more pain the last week now in my eyes again. But I think it has to do with some type of hormone things again that goes on because, you know, you have hormones, especially when you're a woman. So it has its ups and downs, and it's been a little more spiked the latest week. So I hope it's gonna pass and gonna be better for some weeks at least. So it's not gonna be that bad. But as the real specialist for eyes, they don't do anything because I'm not sick enough. I don't have pain enough. I'm not away from work enough to get the right help. So they're gonna investigate exactly what's going on. They can see something is a little wrong, but not wrong enough. And they also know that I can't wear contacts anymore because of my eye issue too. Because I don't get that protecting all film on my eyes that protect the tears from stay on the eyes long enough, because tears are going off your eyes all the time, but they are meant to stay to protect your eyes for a little while, but mine are disappearing at once. And that's why I need to use eye products to help my eyes to keep the tears in place. So it's a little sad I can't use contacts, so I need to use my ugly glasses. I never liked the glasses, and they are always in the way, and no matter what you're doing and something goes on, they fogs up when it's going from hot to cold to hot, and they go dirty and whatever, and it sits in a way. You can't use big amazing eyelashes either, like you see other do, and I should want to use those because they can really change the whole look completely. If you're just gonna be a little that type of I don't know the word right now, I lost it but you know, when people just look at the vision or something and go after that, because they are doing a lot for everything. So I'm a little sad I can't use contacts. I've not been able to use it for some years now, so it's really sad. But it's not much I can do if I don't want to go blind, and I want to have a little bit of my vision list right. Thank you. But the thing is, I didn't even like glasses when I was a kid, so I was hiding them in my bag and only took them up if I really had to, and when I was struggling on the lessons too. So they had to force me to put them on because I hated them. And when I was playing sports, because I did play a lot of different sports, it never got wrong. As far as it was a weekend and we had a game, they broke. And then I have to wait for Monday to go and repair them again. And my optician always said, "Did you have a game again?" I did. And I never have a spare pair. Now I have one that is a little worse, but I never liked it. I'm not that keen of using sunglasses either, and they say they should use more sunglasses, but for some reason I don't like glasses. I don't like glasses. They're just in the way, and especially when you're gonna go. And I tried those that change when you go out in very light, so they go dark. But the worst thing is when you go into something dark, they don't change back in the same way as fast as they go dark. So it's not nice. And when you try to take picture outside, when you want to take a picture, you can't see what's in the camera either. So you need to still take them off anyway. So I should wish that I could use contacts, or if a surgery had been a solution for me, but it's not a solution for me with my eye condition either. So I can't do even a surgery because it's not going to work, because you need to have that thing working with your tears and that type of things. And my eyes is not working because my thyroid sickness have attacked my eyes. So that's the bad things. So it's many health issues that can affect other things, and people can be really cruel. And even during this year when I lost so much hair during a while, I lost over half of my hair. So they started to write that you are bald, that type of things. And so I know that you can see through some parts and that type of things, but that's the game it goes when you lose that much weight and the body's not putting all the energy for hair and nails and that type of things. So something have to lose in that bubble in the beginning. But now it started growing up, so now it's start to look ridiculous sometimes. So my hair can stand on all the way. You see all the small hairs coming out. So I have a lot of baby hairs everywhere. So it can be like glorious sometimes. So you see just hair standing. So even a pumpkin should be jealous sometimes of that type of hair because I don't do anything and it's still everywhere. So I look like I just been coming from the sleep or something, and bedhead for sure. So yeah, but right now we are counting down to vacation. It's still a weeks to go. I hope I'm gonna survive work till then because I start to be really tired when I haven't had a proper vacation yet, and really looking forward to do this big adventure and meet friends and meet Trevor's family again and that type of things, and to actually be away from this place for a change because this summer haven't been a good summer. Other the few weeks that have been summer, it's been too hot, and when it's not been hot, rainy and rainy cold and windy. And like today, maybe not that rainy, but it's still very cold wind. So you need to take on a lot of clothes again. So it's very cold, but I still want to have fresh air. So we have windows and that type of things open, and then you need to take on more clothes because you start freezing. And yeah, it's a little hard sometimes. And then I look at the nature. We have those old saying when you see some type of trees. We have some type of trees. I don't know the English word for it. That the old saying say if it's plenty of those berries on those trees, it's gonna be a very hard winter. And I looked today when we were out, and I saw some trees had lots of them. I said, "Oh, I hope really it's not gonna be that hard because I thought last winter was a very long winter because it never looked like it wanted to stop, and we had very late, almost no spring at all this year, and it felt ridiculous. And yeah, but at least I have a new winter kit, so I'm prepared. I'm prepared. So at least I can do that. I think I need to drink a little because I have my water here. Don't forget to drink. And I don't talk about alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. I haven't done that for, I don't know when I stopped drinking alcohol. I did that already before the surgery, but I don't dare do it now either because it can lead to that you've been addicted to alcohol. Plus you wreck much more earlier, so you can look like you have been drinking a lot. And I don't want to be that person that people think have drinking a whole fucking bottle in 10 minutes or something, and you just maybe take some sips from a wine glass or something, and you look like you've been drinking lots. So I don't want to take the risk because I think life is much more funnier if you can remember what you're doing and can have fun without feeling sick or something. So I don't think it's worth it anymore, and it's too expensive in Sweden too, so I don't think it's worth it anyway. And I want to be able to get away somewhere too. And if you drive a car, you know that you can't drink and drive. So I'd rather do it. I didn't drink that much when I was younger either because either I had my horse, I wanted to go out with the horse if it was good weather, or I had motorcycle when my balance still worked before I was too sick. When my thyroid started be a pain in the ass. So then I went out on motorcycles too, and you know you need your balance and that type of things, and you can't drink with that type of things either. So I didn't want to lose that opportunity to actually go out on a nice day just because you're drinking little the day before. So I've not really been that. I've often been that one that been a driver too, if you've been to parties or golf clubs and that type of thing. So many people didn't expect me to drink, so they were surprised sometimes when they met me and I actually had drink, and they thought, "Oh, you're not the driver today." No, I'm not the driver today. But that's another story, and that was when I was younger, and it's not now. And I think I can at least show people that you can still have fun. You don't have to smoke. You don't have to drink. And and like now, I don't eat that much junk food either because of I need the good protein and that type of things in my system after the surgery. Is more important as my body's not going to be able to work. So I put other things that should be better. So I hope that I can do other things that is great instead. So like I said, next weekend I hope the weather gonna be much better. Else I'm gonna cry because I'm gonna put on so much clothes and maybe have rain clothes on top. And they have this ridiculous new thing too when it comes to bigger concerts and that type of things, that you are not allowed to bring in a bag. So you need to have big pockets to put everything. And girls don't have usually that much pockets in their clothes. So, but at least I have bought cargo pants and that type of things. I can put down things there now too, but it's gonna minimize how much things I can bring with me too. So that's gonna be a pain in the ass to see that I get everything with me that I need. But that's another story. So cross fingers that the weather gonna be good. And what are you doing this weekend then? Or just walking in the mountains or something? That could be good too. Be out in the nature. Here I'm not going out when it's been this weather because I know how the forest and that type of things are. It's not really pleasant to go out after all this raining because it's gonna go very muddy very fast, gonna go very slippery, and yeah, not nice at all to walk there, and it can be some flooding on some parts too if the water is still there. So I have to wait till it gets a little drier, and hopefully the winter is not too fast here, so it's gonna be other reasons why you don't go out in the forest maybe, but else Swedes love to go out, and I know a lot of people are picking berries and mushrooms. I did enjoy to pick berries when I was smaller, but I didn't like the mosquitoes because I have allergic reaction to them too, and I don't eat mushrooms because I'm allergic to them too. So that's not for me either. But I know quite a lot of people love mushrooms and that type of things too. So yeah, but I have some type of food that I can't eat because I have food allergies too. So, and like I can't drink tea, for an example. Something in the tea, no matter what type of tea, and it took a long time to discover that it was more than one sort. It was not just a special sort, it was all sorts. And some sorts with very strong smell can make me sick just feeling the smell too. So as long as it's just the normal ones in bags or something, it's not that bad, as long as they don't smell a little more, so they're coming right up in my nose with the smell. But when someone had bought those really expensive with very strong smell, then I can go sick even sitting in the same room, so that's not funny. So I'm grateful that Trevor just drink that type of tea in bags that don't smell much, so at least I don't have any reaction on it. But then it's other type of food that I can't eat that because I got food allergy, and mushrooms is one of them. So, and beans, all type of beans more or less. It's one bean I discovered that I can eat, but the other ones don't work because my tongue and my mouth starts swollen up, and that's very dangerous because that could lead to a state when you actually can die. So it's nothing I'm gonna try directly. So it's a little sad that some food are not gonna go my way, and that's why I can't, for an example, go vegan and vegetarian all the time. I need my meat for my protein, so, and I don't eat fish that much either because I grew up with my granny, and that's the granny from my dad's side, and she lived close. She came, she lived up in the northern part of Sweden, so that's where my dad is from. He's not from this part of Sweden, and they have this big river where they always got fresh fish and that type of thing. So it was mainly just fish there all the time, and we were always there on our breaks. So after a while, fish don't go with me. I don't like the smell, and I can't get it in my mouth. And if I am forced to eat it, sometimes because I don't have any other choice, then everything gonna taste like that the closest hours, because it doesn't matter if I brush my teeth or something, everything tastes fish, and I do hate it. So when Englishmen are talking about their fish and chips and ooh, it's great, and I'm thinking, no, it's not. Give me something else, give me chicken or whatever, at least I can eat that. But I do love animals, so I want them to be treated good at least. Hello, Janet. Strike. No, I don't eat seafood. It's like I said, fish and that type of things. No, 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 not after all these years with the granny I had. That was so rare we got something that wasn't fish. So after a while, I couldn't. I was eating that type of things when I was a really young kid, but something happened, and after that, it don't work for me. It's very rare I eat something that is fish, and if it's with fish, it needs to be a sort that don't directly taste fish in it, and definitely don't smell fish. But I do like my chicken and do like some type of meats too, but not all type of meats either. Oh, that's very early, Janet. What's you up that early? Are you doing something fun or something today? I'm not doing that much today because just chilling. I didn't even bother put on more than comfy clothes today because we only been away for the weekly shopping, and oh my god, for the prices is ridiculous now. But that's when you do the weekly shopping about food, and you try to go for good prices and not directly fancy type of food either, and you still have to pay a lot. And you're looking down in the bags and see what the hell did I buy now, because it's expensive. And I say the prices should go down, but they're still not going down. It looks more like they go in the other direction. Nah. So what are everyone doing this weekend then? I know that I have a lot of cooking to do tomorrow because I usually cook in the morning on Sundays for preparing for my working week, and that's to save some time when you're tired when you come home from work after being at work at 9 hours. So and have a very hard time full with stress and heavy lifts and that type of thing. So I don't want to stand and do food. It's better to just warm it up. So I do all my cookings mainly on Sundays. So I have a lot to do. Ah, you do that too, Janet. Yeah, I think it's a smart way to do too, and that saves some time. And if you're tired, you don't have to stand and do a new batch of food again when you're that tired, because that sucks. And I don't really like to cook directly. I can do a lot of things, but I'm not that girly type of things that like to be in the kitchen. So I never been that. I was grown up as more like a boy. I think my dad had me like the son he never got. I was always out with him and helped him with the car and that type of things. And I think that's what when we came to the embarrassed state, when we came to the part when you have the big birthday, when you're gonna be 18. And I tried to be friend with a little more girls by that time because I mainly was only friend with guys because they liked the same things like I did, and I didn't like to do the girly stuff because that was boring. So they said, "What did you get in present?" And they said all the type of typical girly stuff, and I wanted to try to be a friend with them. So I was sitting there, oh my god, should I really need to tell them what I have got? So I was hoping that they should forget when they came to my part to ask me what I got. But no, of course they didn't forget. So they said, what did you get? And I said, I'm not sure I want to tell that. I said, but you must. We all have told what we got in our gifts. And then I have to tell. I got tools for my car. Not for my car, but if I should get a car. Because I was only 18. I didn't get my first car before I was 21, but I could borrow my dad's car. But because I helped him with the car and that type of things, and I needed to repair my cycle sometimes too, so I actually got proper tools instead. So I thought it was, I thought I'd lost some of the girly points there, because then I could see, oh, she's not a girly thing, she's one of the guys. Yeah, that's right, Janet. You don't have to think about it. So you just relax and chill. Ah, it's very expensive to eat out all the time, even if you order food at work, because I don't think it's worth it. Because if I should order every week food at work, that means that it should take my part of the cost if you buy a little more expensive than we did today for a whole week of food shopping, and that includes breakfast, dinner, snack at work too, plus the meals I need in the evenings, and that should go just for one lunch at work, and that's too expensive. So I can't afford to do that because it's too much money going in the wrong direction. So that's why I eat my own food. I just heat them in the microwave, and that works perfectly too. And at least I know that I'm gonna eat the things. So And then I coming home and many times do the same when I'm coming home, warm up the food. It's very rare that I actually stand and cook something. And if I do something, I do something to go fast. That is with protein and that type of things. But it's very rare that I actually stand after work and doing things. We do a little more cooking when it comes to Friday or Saturday. And sometimes we decide to eat out too. But we mainly go for Thai food and that type of thing. So yesterday was an exception that we actually choose to go to this Turkish place and eat this type of food too, and it was delicious. Yeah, and I have to do the same. Plus, I still need to have some extra. I always put in some extra protein bars in my bag too, if something should go wrong and I'm gonna be delayed. So because I need to eat at least 6 times a day, and after a certain time, so I can't sit there maybe with a car and not going anywhere and don't have food with me, and it started to get to that time. So I always have this backup with protein bars. I'm not that 100% liking them, but at least it's better than nothing, and I find the type that I like a little better than others. But it's just an emergency situation if I need to, and it's like if you're out in the forest, I can't bring all the time good food with me, so that could be a good thing too to bring with you if you don't do something with eggs or something that you can bring in the bag. And I need to drink now because it's drinking time, so it's important because I have to separate those things. And but it's like a lifestyle change, and it's just a big change, and it's not a cheating change like some says to do the surgery, because you have to change so much in your life and you need to follow it if it's gonna work. If you don't follow it, it's not gonna work either. You can still gain weight after that and destroy all the things. But at the same time, you might be even sick before because you're doing everything wrong because the body is like it is. Yeah, I do hydrate. I drink 2 liters every day at least. So for getting fluid into my system, and it's mainly water, but of course I drink coffee too. I'm a coffee drinker too, especially weekend I can drink a little more, but at workdays I only drink coffee when I arrive to my job, because that's the only time I can drink any fluid that is something I need to buy from a machine at work. So but I also have my water in a big bottle with me at work too, so I can sip between the breaks and know when I'm gonna stop drinking before the different meals, and when I can start drink after meals too, because I still need to go 30 minutes after my meals before I can start drink, else I'm gonna take away the nutrition. Yeah, and we like to do that too. Sometimes we eat directly on the place, and sometimes we take a takeaway, especially if we're gonna watch a movie or something home. So if we're never gonna do that, so it's mainly Thai food here, and not that much Chinese. And I do like Indian food too, but Trevor don't like it too that much. And I think it's because in UK is so much Indian food, so I think maybe they're a little tired on that. But I do like it. But we don't really have a good one in the area we are in. And yesterday was chaos even in town too, because there was a lot of things going on, and we have big problems now with gangs in whole Sweden, and they are criminals doing drugs, uh, affairs, and that type of things. And they even go on innocent people. If you're in the way, they can use friends or relatives to the ones they want to scare and do things with them. So if you're on the wrong spot, you can be killed or hurt too. So this world have gone insane now. And yesterday was something going on close to where we went to eat, in a little bit away. So they have blocked a lot of space that have the bomb squad and everything, but I haven't read anything more. But they say it was gang related again, and it was second time it happened. It was some weeks ago. They went into, because they have seen people with weapons, and they're not that old nowadays either. It's just small kids. Small kids are running around and kill other people or try to kill them. if I prefer Turkish or Thai food. That was a hard one because I do love both. I do love both, and I like Greek food too, and a lot of other type of food too that you call. I like Italian food too, but it's not that many Italian places too. And because Trevor is not a pasta fan either, and Italian food is many times with pasta. So yeah, but I do like things, especially when I was a backpacker and that type of thing. So I was in Greek and that type of thing. So we were going by train through Italy and all that type of things, and we were eating that type of food. So I did love it. I love that type of food. It's so delicious, and I think especially when it comes to Greek food, it's very healthy food many times too. And I said that if you eat that type of Mediterranean food, that is good for the health food. Most people should go over to that type of diet because it's more healthier. And I think they're right because always when I was abroad, my belly was so much happier when I came back home. So, and even if they say Swedes are eating good food too, so we're still not eating exactly what they're eating down there, but they have also some food more frequently all year around, and we live in a country that can't have those things without importing them. So I think that's why we're eating other stuff that maybe not always are 100% good, but compared with other countries, we're still very good and healthy here too. So, but it's a lot of junk food too, and lazy people that just want to eat hamburgers and pizza and that type of things, and that's not good in the long run either. So I could love to get a pizza sometimes too, but for me that is not a good food choice. But I can take a bit sometimes, but I can't eat that much. But then I also have to know that I need to get the protein and the things I need in another way. So it's a little hard that time when you're gonna adjust things to fit in for everything. So yeah, you have to think about the consequences. Of course, you can eat a little candy if it works for you. I can't eat some cakes and that type of things because they're way too sweet for me, or way too much wrong type of fat in it too. So my body react and I get pain in my belly and I start feeling sick. So I don't eat that type of things. It's not worth it, and it's not good choices either. So, but I can eat. Like I'm happy that I still can take a Ferrero Rocher, my favorite chocolate from Italy. I can still take this little Ferrero Rocher, and that feels great too. So if I have eaten and I still have little place in my belly, so I can take one and still enjoy it. But the best thing is enough with one. I can't get room with more, so it's not gonna be overeaten either. So that's why I can take that without any problem, or eat an ice cream sometimes too, just to look so it's not too much sweet or sugar in it. But there's, if you take just the more plain types of things that still taste good, so that works for me too. So yeah, it's just about choices. Make good choices, but you can still, I don't want to restrict myself to that type of stuff. So I go after my belly once, and I try to first focus on the most important stuff. And if I had filled up that part during the day, so I know that sometimes now and then I can do a little sacrifice with maybe a little more less good choice. And if that works for my belly, it works. So I think that's okay too. But I think I'm gonna end this live now. And I think, what did you say now? Do you like moon cherry too? I don't know actually, because I don't know what that is. So yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this live right now, and thanks for watching. And I want to thank you everyone for the congratulations yesterday, because it was awesome to read it. And hi Dizzy, I'm actually gonna finish this live now, so you were a little late, but I know that it's a ridiculous time I'm doing my lives too, because I live in Sweden. So, but I still wish everyone a good day, and I'm gonna go and start prepare my next meal. And stay safe, stay weird, and be nice to each other. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.